It's time for the rundown. Tune in as Amelia and Lori share their must-dos in some of their favorite cities, amuse you with their guilty pleasures, share the unsung promo hero of the week, and help decipher all those impossible text acronyms.
Hello and welcome to episode 35 of the rundown. Can you believe 35 already, Lori?
That's crazy.
That's how old I am.
No, that's how old I am.
Oh,
so that means you're
the
like
same age.
22.
I am Amelia Model and I'm not 35 with PROMOCORNER, and joining me is Lori from Lori Bolton from the Magnet Group, who also I don't believe is 35, but we can pretend.
I'm holding at 35.
And we will. We'll pretend.
My boss says I'm holding at 35.
Do it. If you can get away with it, do it. I got carded the other day and I was like, oh, thank you so much for carding me.
I love it, Amelia. So awesome.
And speaking of carding, not that I have an adult beverage in here, but our sponsor this week is Tervis.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah. This is a big guy that you keep telling me to sneak alcohol into my children's sporting events, trying to make me be the bad influence. But Tervis has been around since 1946 and is celebrating 75 years in business, starting with their classic line. Sleek style makes this perfect for active and on-the-go lifestyles. This one also fits in my cup holder, I believe, which I like. And Tervis is the original double wall insulated drinkware that keeps drinks cold and keeps drinks warm if you're using one of the tumblers. And they're backed by a struggle bus today, backed by made for life guarantee. They're available in several sizes, including the 16-ounce mug, 16 and 24-ounce tumblers, and a 24 and 40-ounce water bottle. They're made from Triton plastic, made in America, lifetime warranty, dishwasher safe, thank God for that, microwave safe, not the metal ones, the plastic, and BPA free. So go to tervispromos.com to find your Tervis. That was a mouthful, and I'm on a struggle bus today. I feel like, I don't know if you can hear how congested I am, but I feel like I hear myself in my ears, which is the worst when you like hear your own self. So
yes.
So what have you been up to since we spoke last?
Amelia, I'm going full speed ahead right now with work. Like, doors are open. You know, I've got 7 states on the West Coast. I was in Seattle last week where the mask mandate had just gotten lifted that Tuesday. So part of the week I was wearing a mask, and then it got lifted, and rumor has it that the government that be wanted it lifted before St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
just because it would have affected lots of businesses.
Beer consumption.
Yes. Beer consumption. And then, I've been so busy, Amelia, and I'm getting ready. Sunday, I leave for California, which will be great because I get to see family on my way, and then making my way up to the Central Coast and back. But I've just been busy. And then, I'm back in school. I started school in January. So any free time I have, I'm either hiking, Pilates, and studying, and rotating that little schedule.
I need to live closer to you. You would definitely make me make healthier lifestyle decisions if I was closer to you to go do all this stuff. And you have the good weather. I'm here in snow and rain and crap. So last time we talked, I was just getting ready for spring break. We actually started spring break early because we had a snowstorm and they canceled school.
That's right. They canceled that Friday, right?
Mm-hmm. So Kids are back in school now. We had spring break. Me and my daughter did our little road trip. So we went and saw Billy Eilish in Omaha, Nebraska, which is about a 4-hour drive. So that was fun. I let her drive on the interstate. And I survived. It was a pretty quiet, straight drive. So it was all good. So we did that. I got to see my mom and my stepdad because they live directly en route there. So I hadn't seen my stepdad in over a year because he hasn't been able to get out much after he had COVID. So I got to do that. And what else did I do? Oh, I don't think I talked about it on air last time, but I did have an esophagus. I'm not a medical doctor, as you can tell, an esophageal procedure. Basically, I was getting choked, like food would get choked in my throat. So they do this thing where they stretch out your esophagus.
Oh my gosh.
You're out the whole time. And they put you on the good stuff, the stuff that Michael Jackson died on.
Yeah, propofol.
Because
am I saying it right? Propofol.
Something like that. Literally, they don't even have you count anymore. It's just like inject and you're out. And the next thing you know, you're awake. Okay, well, enough about my bruising and poking and prodding. Lori, what's our piece of the pie this week?
So Amelia, I was looking at the pie and I think this is our last piece.
Oh, that's
I'll
sad.
put something else with Living with Lori, but I think this is it. I think it's it.
What is it?
So education.
Ooh, we need to get educated.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this and how it applies to our industry. We obviously have CAS, MAS plus. And I admire the people that do that because regardless of what it is or what it does, you're keeping your mind sharp, right? You're learning something. It's no different than me when I went back to school. Yes, do I have a practice? No, I don't have a practice, but it's keeping my mind sharp and I'm able to have, conversations and dig deeper in the health and wellness realm and hormone health. So that is the last piece of the pie is education. What are you doing to educate yourself as you go through life? It's interesting, huh?
It is. You need to keep your mind sharp. I need to do better at that as well. My education is watching crap television on TV.
It's called, my education is watching Real Housewives.
Yeah. Education on what not to do or how not to act.
Yeah.
No, but it's people that keep their mind sharp definitely fare better in the aging process.
I agree 100%. And it could be anything. I mean, you could educate yourself on the world, on the different countries. Like I'm with this war that's going on right now. It's challenged me to like look up some things that I didn't know or didn't realize. Because history, let's face it, history was boring in elementary and high school. It was boring.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, the teachers I had they were history. So old. But you know what I mean? Like it's like learning and taking the time to say, let me educate myself, or maybe educate yourself on other people's religion.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be a great idea? That's, without me getting on my soapbox, that's what I think is wrong with this world, is that we don't understand other people's religion and way of living. And we think ours is the way. There's so many ways.
There are.
Be respectful. Like that's, my 2 cents.
I do use Google. There are, don't get deep into things, but my son, as you know, because he comes in here sometimes when we're recording, he asks a million questions. I don't know the answer. I'm not freaking encyclopedia. So we ask Siri or we get on and Google it. And I always learn something when he's asking me about something, because I didn't really pay attention at school. I would cram, get an A, and then move on. So
that's exactly what I did. And then to be quite honest, with education, for anybody watching the rundown, if you haven't heard of like Salty or Yeet or SOS, it could be a huge education for you.
So I'm so glad you said that, because I was going to forget. But the other day, my son had one of his friends over and I was making them a snack and he was like, "Oh, don't you cap at me." And I was like, "What?" And they kept saying cap. They weren't saying cap in. They were saying it like actively. And I was like, "I know what that means." And I was like, "Yes." I said, "Did you watch my podcast? I just talked about that last time." And he's like, "No, we all say it at school." So you're on trend with the junior high and high school kids. Yeah. Okay, well, good to know. Educate. So my mom did, or things that I do to my children. So my education of momming it was, one, I survived. I let my daughter drive on the interstate. So it's a 4-hour drive. I-29, if anyone's familiar, it's pretty clear from like St. Joe up to Omaha, just not a lot of traffic. So we were good.
Still 14. She's still 14.
Yeah, she's 14. She'll be 15 in May.
Jeez.
But she can drive
Yeah.
anywhere as long as I'm in the car with her.
No, I know. I just wanted to if
she's
people are just
still
catching
14
this.
for a few
She's
more months.
14 and she's got it's a farm permit.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the reason she was driving, as I mentioned, we went to Omaha, Nebraska to see Billie Eilish. And I had read up on all like the protocols, what you needed. So we had to have our vaccine card to get in. And it said you needed mask, although they did not enforce that. But one of the things said you had to have a clear purse or a purse that was like 4x6 or something like that. Is it very small? And I took this little small, I don't know, I got it at TJ Maxx. It's like a DKNY bag, so tiny. And I like opened it. All I have in there are credit cards and my copies of my COVID card. The lady was like, you can't take that. It's too big. I was like, no, it says, and she's like, this is the size. And the size was literally like, this is a piece of junk mail. Smaller than this was all your purse could be.
The COVID card's about that size.
You can't bring that in here. And I was like, fudge. It's like, I'll just go throw it away, I guess. And my daughter's like, do not throw your purse away. And I was like, I don't want to go all the way back to the hotel, drop it off, and then come all the way back to the venue. And where everybody was walking in and going through the security, there was like a sidewalk and this little bridge and stuff. So there was these like wild grass bushes. I was like, let's just throw it in the bush. And when we get done, we'll go check and see if it's still there. So my daughter goes through kind of some of these bushes and like shoves it under. And after the concert was done, we had to walk around the arena because they forced us all to go out a different area. But we went back there and she dug there, and lo and behold, my purse was still there.
No.
So I'm teaching her tricks of how to, not throw away things, how to hide them and go back for them, and how to securely keep your belongings when you can't carry your purse.
Do you know what? It's called street smart.
Yeah.
And I think that is just as, if not more important than a college degree.
It was
like, how do you navigate life? This is life. You need to figure out where to put the credit cards.
Oh, the other thing I did, I hope my husband doesn't watch this episode. I messed up booking the hotel. She was driving and I was like, cool, while she's driving, I'll like get checked in online, do all this stuff. And I pull up my Hilton app and it says, you were checked out. And I was like, what? And I looked at the date and I was like, shit. I made the reservation for the day before for the hotel.
No.
So I had to call. They were completely sold out. No rooms. So I got on my little Hilton app, and I got on my Hilton app while she was driving, and I flipped through and I found us another room and booked it online, and we got to the hotel 30 minutes later and checked in.
Did they give you a refund?
Mm-mm.
That sucks.
Especially
points. As a diamond member.
Yeah, I did use points, but it still sucks to.
So if you use points, I would call the main line.
I talked to the receptionist at the desk, and they did not seem to care or want to help me. Oh, so there you go. That's my education.
I love it. So tell me really quickly, how was Billie Eilish? Was she good?
Oh, it was awesome. She was great. She was really great. It got really hot in the auditorium and several people did pass out, which was a little scary because they were people that were on the floor because people were packed and it was hot in there. But she had her security and teams, and they went and got cases of water and started shucking water and handing it to the people that were on the floor so they wouldn't have to leave to go, lose their spot. And she stopped the concert a few times and was like, okay, everybody calm down. If you're on the floor, like take a little breath. We'll do a slow song to kind of like, so she controlled everything really well and was like, hey, we need security up here. There's someone down. But in general, the concert was amazing. Her band is her brother Phineas, and then the drummer. And she did some cool stuff. I actually have a picture we'll flash up there. So there's the main stage, and then she had a catwalk. So she came out. So people, nice. And then one time she disappeared, and she must have walked through the crowd, but I couldn't see. And on the other side of the floor, there was it was almost like a fireman's ladder with a platform, like a cherry picker. Yeah. So she got on that, and they lifted her up, and then the arm spun and did a 360. So all the people that were in the nosebleeds and on the far end, they got to see her up close too. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's super cool. I mean, that makes people's nights.
Yeah. So since I was the hero of my daughter's week and got my brownie points, we are transitioning to our unsung hero. So we are going to listen about this week's nominee from none other than Raina Ashford of HPG. So let's take a listen.
Hi guys, thanks for having me. I would like to nominate Marie Urtrasfog from Mixie HPG as the unsung hero. She does a great job. She is fantastic to work with, always a team player, and you can't forget her name. I mean, Marie Urtrasfog.
All right, so that is awesome. Lori, I have not been moving and bopping around as much as you, so I have some guilty pleasures. But when you get to your hotel at night, do you have time to have any guilty pleasures? Or
No, right now I'm studying. I take my final in July. I've got a test coming up at the end of April. My first test. I quiz after each module, but the stuff we're talking about is like minerals and it's like I have flashcards,
sciencey stuff.
sciencey stuff, which I love, and I appreciate it. I just, it's definitely a different focus than the coaching class that I went through. So
more, I'm sure it's more technical, like
very
science. Like there's actually
it's
something
science.
You're not like,
yeah,
feel good, kind
No.
of like move and kind of make it up as you go along a little bit. Yeah.
And I'll just share. So like cortisol, we all have, and then they call it like the quarterback of our hormones, right? And cortisol kicks into place. It's your fight or flight. So if you were scared or you're, running for your life, your cortisol takes over everything and everything else shuts down in your system. So when you have people that are saying they've, got anxiety and they're always like very high stressed, high strung, the rest of their hormones are going to be out of line. Getting too much of something in our diet will also throw stuff off where people, So I'll talk about it and what vegetables we should be eating and which ones give us the most benefit. And we're, sometimes when you take supplements, you can only get it through supplements. Your body doesn't produce it.
I have my multivitamin right here. I finally was like, I
love it.
Need to start doing that. Okay, well,
so no guilty pleasures. I'm sorry, Amelia. No guilty
pleasures. That's okay. I mean, whatever you do, you're binging, you're binge studying. You're like a college student.
Yes.
I relaxed on Saturday because it rained all day and didn't feel like doing anything. So the show that I started watching is called We Crashed, and it's the true story of the we too many W's. It's the true story of the founders of the rework setup. Had you ever been to a WeWork station before?
Yeah. So when I first started with the Magnet Group, my boss, Dave Glacier, I flew to Ohio and we met at a little WeWork around the corner from his house.
Okay.
They're so cool.
And then the actors in the We Crashed are Jared Leto, who looks completely different. He has like all the stuff. It doesn't look like him. I seriously, if it did not say Jared Leto was the actor, I would not know it was him.
They did a good job with makeup.
The makeup is amazing. And then Anne Hathaway plays Rebecca, his wife.
Really?
And she's a big yogi. She's very into like Zen and, feng shui and everything. So it's pretty good. It's on Apple TV and, there's only a few episodes out so far. So I'm watching as we go to see.
I wrote it down and I was looking, Amelia, because I did watch one of your recommendations. It's the one on Tinder.
Oh, the Tinder swindler.
I watched that.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy. Steve and I watched it together. It's kind of crazy. And it's based on a true story, which I get into those true stories. It's like, my life's boring compared to these other people.
And that guy's out. Like, he's not even he probably has a new victim or 5 by now. Yeah.
Unbelievable. It's crazy. So yeah, we did watch that like a week ago. Because our other favorites are on pause right now. Yellowstone, 1883, Ozark are all on pause.
I know. Soon. It's okay. Soon. I keep finding new shows. So, okay. So we switched around our recording day. So I kind of got messed up on some of the stuff, but we did talk about cap that I heard my kids saying. So instead of doing any terms, we're going to take a little break and just have fun. Okay. So I have a Family Feud card because we have not done that for a while, and you do really well. So let me see which one I have here. I'm going to go with this one. Name something that has an annoying sound. So they surveyed 100 people. There are 8 answers. Name something that's annoying.
And just for the record, these 100 people live like in the middle of nowhere.
All of these are pretty spot on for me. These are things.
So annoying would be an alarm.
Number 1, alarm.
Nice. Annoying sounds. Fingernails on a chalkboard.
Yes, that's number 3. And that makes me sick to my stomach.
Yes.
I can't even, when I get my teeth cleaned, I usually ask them to use a water pick because I am just clawing the arms when they take the pick and when they get it sends shivers. I can't do it.
Too much. Baby crying.
Yes, that's number 2. See, I knew you would get this. Also, when I'm out shopping, I was at the mall the other day and there was some kid in the background. I was like, shut your kid up. I'm so far away from young crying kids anymore. I can't take it.
There you are.
Okay, what else you got here?
So I've got alarm, fingernails on chalkboard, baby crying, another noise that is annoying is the word you used.
Annoying.
I'm going to say thunder.
No.
Dang. It's not annoying to me. I thought it may be annoying to these 100 people that live under a rock.
Ignoring is how my son says it. He's always like, you're ignoring me. And I'm like, you have like ignore and annoying pushed together. They're 2 separate words.
What about a cat fight?
A cat fight?
Yeah, like
no, but there is an animal one and it's crows and birds.
Oh my gosh, so I was on the right track.
Yeah, so we're gonna call. So okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
Jeez.
What is super annoying on a Saturday morning and your neighbor does this and you're trying to sleep in?
Construction?
Mowing the lawn.
Mowing the lawn. Okay.
3 more.
Mowing the lawn. That's annoying noises. The garbage truck.
Oh, no, that is annoying, but nope. Think about what?
I was going to say, what about roosters in the morning?
No. I think these are city folks. I don't think they have roosters.
I don't know what these folks are.
What about in your house when it's time to change the batteries in something in your house?
Smoke alarm.
Yeah. Those are annoying because you can't shut the damn things off. You're like, the battery is out. How are you still going off?
No. What about, if they were going down this path where they're using multiple alarms, a car alarm?
No more alarms. Those are it. 2 more. And these are also, I think somebody asked me these questions and I gave these answers.
Amelia, don't say that because I don't know who these people are.
I don't either, but they're spot on. Okay. So do you want me to tell you the other 2?
Just give me a hint.
Well, a lot of people don't hear these because they're mostly digital now, but there still are these things in people's homes that tick.
Telephone.
No, does your telephone tick?
Clocks.
A clock ticking.
I'm telling you.
I only have one. Actually, I have 2 actual clocks with hands. My kids don't know how to read time, by the way. They're like, they don't teach that. I'm like, you did have a segment on it, but they can barely read
segment
on a regular clock. They're like,
yeah, which was 5 minutes, probably a segment. Okay. So clocks, which I have tons of clocks in the house.
The last one, I am a huge, it messes me up. I always keep, the TV on at dinner time, which I know is rude.
Yeah.
But if I am sitting in quiet and people are eating, chewing.
Is that the last one?
Chewing. Is that not annoying to you? Jessica Onions that works with me, we both have the same thing. And it's a real phobia. There's like an actual disease that it repulses you when you hear other people chewing.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I repulse you when I chew?
No, but chew on here and maybe we'll find out. I can't.
Sometimes my husband.
my husband will eat something and I'll come out and I'm like, what are you chewing on? Gravel over there? It is so loud. And it might just be salad, but the sound of it, I have to walk out of the room or turn the TV on or have some type of background
That's
noise.
so funny. Okay. I was on a roll to begin with, and then I just came to a screeching stop.
Sorry. I'll give you some redemption next time. I
Okay,
have
perfect.
another card, but we talked too much, so we're running out of time. So
Perfect.
good try though. Good try, Lori.
Thank you.
It's hard to guess those.
It is. It's 100 people. How many people said chewing out of the 100?
Like 8.
Yeah. Who are these 8 people? You're one of them.
Me and Jessica Onions, and I think there's some other people. It's a real phobia. Look it up. Like
I will.
I forgot what it's called. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us. Thank you to our show sponsor, Tervis. I've had to chug today so I can get all this going. So go check out tervispromos.com to learn more and find your find your favorite Tervis. And I guess you can make it famous if you want. Be sure to comment with your guilty pleasures. I want to know if you all have watched We Crashed or if there's something else I'm missing because I've been really scanning through channels. And then we need some new unsung promo heroes. So folks, send in your videos. You can do 60 to 90 seconds and then just text me or email me. And then tune in again on April 22nd. And we're going to hear some new tips or maybe get some education from Lori on Living with Lori. And we'll see if I've scarred my kids or taught them any new life skills between now and then.
Love it.
So see you next time. Bye.